Hey there, Smite fans, and now we're going to be looking back into the Oceanic Pro League going right into Week 6. It's going to be looking very interesting. Again, back to the 4-game schedule. Of course, we had the one Week 4 with 5 games, but ultimately coming to be falling back. And really, this week's going to be a little interesting just because Avant-Garde has 2 games that I think is going to really kind of solidify where they're standing right now. And last week, Kanga able to find that 2-0. I mean, if you can look at it. I mean, if you look at it in the season ticket, it gives you the percentages. Everyone really thought that Avant-Garde was going to be able to come out on top of that one. Kanga at 2-12 found the 2-0. I'm just letting that sink in for a little bit. Kanga found the 2-0. 6% of people picked Kanga to be able to get a 2-0 right there. And honestly, that's really good for them because as we go forward into this one now, it's sitting at 4-12. They're going to be going up against Team Noxide, who also actually had a relatively not successful week last week, but they've been looking good. They were able to take that split with Avant-Garde earlier on in the league, and right now I expect to see them have a little bit of showing up against Kanga, but really both of these teams are looking stronger than they did. They've definitely come into their own, both with 12 losses. Kanga now having that 2-0 Avant-Garde has put themselves forward. And honestly, I think that Kanga might be able to push themselves forward, might be able to find that 2-0, but Noxide still is kind of full of surprises. This one's still in one of those scenarios I'm not entirely sure who to lean with because Kanga looked good, but at the same time, Avant-Garde did kind of just look bad. So the question is, did they push really hard to get those wins, or was Avant-Garde making too many mistakes? Noxide on the other side, they make their handful of mistakes at the same time, but the question is, will they be able to fare up? They were able to split with Avant-Garde the week before. I expect to see them come out maybe with a split here. Kanga's looking a little bit stronger, but I think ultimately this one's going to fall down as a split. And while that last match is probably going to have some of the most analysis really for this week just because of the way that these games are going, Avant-Garde has not been playing up to par, and as much as I would love to just be able to say always stick with Avant-Garde, Legacy should be able to take this one in a 2-0. It might be a little bit of a bumpy road for them, but ultimately Legacy should be able to take that one down no problem. The next one, again, this one doesn't need too much discussion. Direwolves 16-0. Just always vote for Direwolves. If you see Direwolves from this point on, just always vote for Direwolves. They are insane on another planet, playing some crazy good Smite, and I don't think Avant-Garde is going to have what it takes to find a game right here, and I think LG should be able to push themselves up now, looking for the perfect split really right now. 16-0, this should make them 18-0, and then with one more week left, they're looking to finish this one 20-0, and I honestly think that they can do it. And now this one falls down, Darksided versus Team Noxide. While I think Noxide might have a good chance against Kanga, I don't see them having as strong a chance against Darksided. Now there's always opportunities for them, and they are actually a very good team at being able to pick up on the weaknesses of the other one, maybe being able to capitalize on mistake, but I don't expect to see too many mistakes come out from Darksided. I expect to see them come out and be able to take this one as a 2-0. Maybe not the easiest thing in their life, but they should be able to close out both games. And that's going to be it. Just, again, a quick recap. It's going to be a split between Kanga and Noxide. Legacy should be able to take 2-0 over Avant-Garde, and the same thing goes for Direwolves right now, looking way too strong for Avant-Garde to be able to find a game. And Darksided ultimately should be able to find that 2-0 over Noxide. And again, my name is Gormizer. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. And there's one more week of OPL, and honestly, there are going to be some really good games looking next week, especially depending on how we see Kanga play this week, because next week they play Legacy. If they do a great job against Noxide here, I expect to see them going forward be one of the stronger teams and maybe even being able to put up a good fight with Legacy. But as it stands, that's going to be the end of this one. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next prediction video.